Good morning, all. Camelback Trading 2724 and thepitfuturestrading.com. Coming to you Thursday morning, March 5th, and I'm showing you the daily chart just to start because a couple things before we get going on what's going on. So, yesterday after the close, I was speaking to a friend of mine who had just a passing interest in the market, and he was like, wow, what an incredible day for the market. I said, yeah, market was in balance. And he looked at me, he goes, what are you talking about? He goes, the market was up 1,200 points. I said, yeah, well, the market's in balance. He goes, but it was a great day. I said, yeah, but it doesn't mean anything. And he couldn't understand that. And I get that because he's not in the market. But us as traders better understand that, right? We spoke about this yesterday. We've spoken about this for days now. Where the monthly is a $54 balance. The weekly is down, but we're carving out a balance with an inside week so far. And the daily, we're in tremendous balance. Last 3 days, this is going to make day 4. Remember, we had an inside day yesterday. I said whoever wins 304 is going to get the direction going forward. Well, we won it yesterday for a bit and went $8, but I wasn't even talking about that. I'm talking about when we come out of balance. So that still isn't one yet. One day doesn't make a market. We've talked about that all the time. My pre-market low, exactly, just about exactly the 200-day moving average. So a layperson might not understand, but we certainly better understand what balance is. And what is balance? Balance is a market waiting for more market-generated information. It doesn't matter if it's a $2 balance or a $50 balance. You go with balance rules. Very, very important. Same thing with news. Throw the news out the window. This is going to tell you everything. Your market profile is going to tell you everything. Because coronavirus bad? No, it's good. Fed rate bad? No, it's good. Biden wins good, but a day later we're bad. I mean, enough. Forget the news. Forget it. As far as, the chart is your x-ray. I've talked about that. And your market profile is your MRI because it digs deeper. So yes, we're in balance, but we have to put it in perspective and context. This is pretty horrible what the bulls are giving up. I said last night's video, they had a lot of ammo to lean on. Not only the fact that we closed near the high of the previous day, and I said yesterday, yeah, the odds might be better that we come out of an inside day to the upside. I said, but there's no guarantee. And obviously you see that right now. But the bulls are giving up a tremendous amount. They're giving up price probe, price spike, 3 sets of single prints. That's, pretty negative. So let's go over destinations for this morning. Now, right now, until we get more market-generated information, we're trading at 305.27. Right now, my pre-market high is 307.72 with just over an hour to go prior to the opening. So that would be my first upside destination, unless we get higher before the market. Because then you don't have anything until yesterday's high of 313.10. However, price spike, price probes certainly come into play now on the upside. The fact that we're opening possibly, right, we still have an hour, you never know, way below them, tells me if you can't get over H's high, it's pretty obvious you're not going to get to yesterday's high. So this is going to become a pretty important reference point, at least for today, on the upside, where your price spike was, which was H's high of 309.42. Then if they're able to get back over that, your price probe of 311.14 comes into play. So those would be, right now, your pre-market high, H's high, and L's high from yesterday are going to be your first destinations on the upside, and then yesterday's high. For the downside, right now, we're looking like we're taking out at least 2 sets of single prints. So for now, I'm going to start with the third set. Since there's still an hour to go, they start at 307.74 and get filled at 37. So your pre-market high is 307.72. So we'll see if we wipe out the entire trend day prior to the opening. Then below that, we don't have anything to yesterday's low of 303.33. Remember, we had We had a $10 range yesterday. And they're looking to take it back before the opening even starts. And I did say this yesterday. I said, if we come out of an inside day to the downside, it's pretty bad for the bulls. And even though it's still in balance, it is pretty bad for the bulls. The question will be, if we come out of it to the downside, do the bears hold it? Because if they do hold it, you know what your next destination is? 297.57, which is a daily low. So almost $6 lower than yesterday's low. Then it would be 294.46, another $3 lower. Remember, we talked about how these destinations are far and wide apart. They were very far and wide apart on the upside. We thought we were going to have a lot to lean on this morning if we came in a bit. But we're coming in more than a bit right now. Be pretty, even though we do have to put things in context, it's pretty disastrous for the bulls to give this all up. However, we're still in balance until we take out yesterday's low. And even if we do take out yesterday's low, yes, it's an inside day down, but we're still in balance. The key would be for the bulls to come back into yesterday's range. If not, then we're going to hit those other destinations I just gave you. So what's the game plan for this morning? Well, we're whipping all over the place right now. We're testing yesterday's low. Do I want to be a buyer right here? Well, you certainly could be, right? You're basically taking back the entire day, and you're out. If you take out yesterday's low and get accepted, right? I mean, if we take it out by 20 cents and come right back in, that's not acceptance. But you do have to have an out, because there's really nothing below here except that next daily low of 297.57. So if you want to be a buyer here, know you're out. Whether it's right when they take out A's low, or you want to give yourself 25 or 30 cents, which is really nothing in this market, but you have to know where you want to be out. As far as a put play, if they do come down, take out A's low, again, you certainly know you're out. If you get on board with a short, you could get more of a free ride to the downside because there's nothing down there until the daily low of 297.57. If it comes right back in and the inside day down fails, at least initially, out of the trade. You can always get back in if we take it out again. So those are two early trades where we're trading right now, which is pretty much towards the bottom of yesterday's range. Or you could wait for more market-generated information, right? If you drive back up, fail at yesterday's opening, you can get involved on the short side. Where's your out? It could be above the pre-market high, which is a buck and change higher than that. Or once again, you could wait for more market-generated information after the initial balance, or at least a period. So monthly, again, we almost came up to testing that trend line. Totally rejected, back down. Still in a huge balance, $54 balance. Weekly, yes, we're down. Gap is my main focus, but right now, with 2 days to go, it's an inside week. More balance. Daily, 3-day balance, this will make 4. Once again, it looks like we're going to battle the 200-day moving average for the 4th day in a row. I told you how important that is. Doesn't matter up $9 yesterday, right? You need acceptance above or below it to get going before you really know the next longer-term direction. Obviously, we haven't gotten it yet. Balance. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.